Brittany walked in on her husband counting stacks of cash. And in that moment, everything changed. Gary and Brittany had built a life together that felt normal, at least on the surface. To Brittany, Gary was everything. Their life together felt calm, simple, and full of love. One day at work, Gary overheard his boss arranging a large cash payment for an upcoming project. The money was already in the office, and that caught his attention. That night, Gary quietly made his way into the office and took some of the money. Later that night, at home, Gary sat alone, counting the money he had stolen. While this was happening, Brittany walked in and froze, watching Gary count stacks of cash in silence. Brittany asked where the money came from. Gary looked at her and calmly said it was a lucky win from gambling. Brittany let it go. But that Sunday, during lunch, Gary received a call from his boss asking him to come in immediately. After ending the call, Gary pleaded with Brittany that if anyone asked where he was on Friday night, she should say he was with her at home. Later that afternoon, Gary arrived at his workplace, only to find police waiting. He was arrested on the spot. A theft had occurred, and his boss explained that only Gary knew about the cash. The security system had also been disabled during the incident. Although there were no fingerprints directly linking him to the scene, the investigation strongly pointed to him. Later that day, Brittany arrived at the police station after being called in. At the station, Brittany was questioned about Gary's whereabouts from Friday night to Sunday. Remembering what he had told her, she lied, saying he was with her at home the entire time. The alibi held, and with no evidence to detain him, Gary was released pending further investigation. That night, Brittany stayed awake. From what she had heard at the station, a theft had occurred at Gary's workplace. Thinking back to the money she had seen with him, she began to piece it together, and wondered if she had done the right thing. With no evidence to hold Gary, he was cleared completely, and life slowly returned to normal. One morning, Brittany woke up alone in bed. She walked through the house calling Gary's name, but there was no response. Still, she wasn't worried. That morning, Brittany made breakfast. Later, she sat down to eat. As she ate, she received a notification on her phone and checked it. The notification was from a loan company, showing a repayment schedule. Then she noticed more alerts. Other loan companies had also sent messages. Brittany was shocked. She hadn't applied for any loan. Still confused, Brittany received a call from work asking why she had moved funds from the company's accounts. "I didn't," she said, shocked. Puzzled, Brittany didn't wait. She rushed to work immediately. At work, her boss confronted her about funds moved from the company's accounts and asked what she had used them for. Brittany insisted she hadn't done anything of the sort. When the police arrived, they questioned Brittany about the missing funds. The transactions were traced back to her access as the company's accountant, and they asked who else could have accessed her phone and work devices. Brittany said no one, except her husband, Gary. Immediately, the officers had Brittany lead them back to her home, hoping to find Gary, but he was not there. The officers searched the room with Brittany, but there was no sign of Gary. She opened his closet, only to find it completely empty. His clothes, his shoes, all gone. It was clear now, Gary had fled. While the officers continued efforts to locate Gary, Brittany received a call from her parents. "Brittany, we already sent the money you asked for in your message last night, but you didn't give enough details about the investment opportunity," her father said. Another blow hit Brittany. "I didn't send any message to you," she said. Then everything began to dawn on her. Gary had taken loans in her name, drained the money, used her access to steal from her workplace, and even defrauded her parents. In the end, Brittany sat in silence, overwhelmed by everything that had happened. Tears streamed down her face as the truth settled in. Protecting wrongdoing can come back to destroy you. She had once lied to protect Gary, and now, the monster she had protected had finally consumed her. Please like this video and subscribe to Moralight Tales channel where every story leaves a light behind. Thank you for watching.